For any parents that are watching this video right now, I'd like you to bookmark the video and come back to it. Unless your children are over 18, we're going to be talking about some things here that are very, very important, especially if you're a Christian family, especially if you love your children and you care about their future, you care about where they're going in life. It's going to be very important that you listen to what I have to say. But if your kids are underage, I'd like you to come back to this video, bookmark it, and come back. Now, for the parents that are still there, it's very important. We have to discuss this new path that Taylor Swift has taken, and it's a very tumultuous path that is going to lead your children down a very dark and twisted road. Taylor just released her new album, if you want to call it that. Better description would be satanic worship. All right, we're going to start off with a Bible quote. It's Proverbs 14:1. It says, "The wisest of women built her house, but folly with her own hands tears it down." I have another good Bible quote that we're going to look over here. This one is 1 Corinthians 6:18. "Flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexually immoral person sins against his own body." All right. Now, Taylor just released several songs. All right. The one that is stirring up the most controversy, if you will, is a song entitled "Wood." And wood is a metaphor for the male sex organ. Taylor started off nice and innocent, making appearingly romantic music, and it seemed innocent enough. But now she's gone to a completely demoralized, debauchery, hypersexualized, hyper-disgusting mindset with her music, and I believe she's trying to brainwash your children and lead them down a path to hell. So Taylor Swift's song "Wood" starts off describing a woman named Daisy who's naked. I'm assuming that's Taylor, and how she turns to witchcraft to basically help with her poor luck that she has. Now, I believe, metaphorically speaking, Taylor is describing the woman Daisy as herself, as a daisy, as a flower, right, that's blossoming, that's growing. All right. And then she's talking about basically sexual intercourse with a man that is traversing her onto some type of bizarre, weird, demonic sex craze, if you will. She goes on to describe how basically she's made a deal with the devil to overcome her poor luck. She's foregone wishing on stars. All right. Said never did her any good. Now she's sealed some kind of deal. It's her and basically the devil or Travis dancing in the dark. Metaphorically speaking, they're having sex. And through this type of satanic bond, she's overcome whatever obstacles she's had. I mean, basically, this is pure witchcraft, all right? She then goes on to use metaphors to describe the male sex organ. She says things like, "Forgive me, it sounds cocky." Cocky, obviously referring to a male sex organ, all right? "He hypnotized me and opened my eyes, redwood tree," basically saying a hard stick, all right? Redwoods are known for being very hard. "It ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened up my thighs." I'm going to break down for you why she's gone this route. All right. It has everything to do with Travis Kelce. And, from people I know who've been around Taylor, they describe her as extremely insecure. And they say that she has a very, very bad image of herself. She has body dysmorphia. Travis was dating this woman named Kayla. Kayla Nicole was a very, how can I put it? A wild girl in the bedroom. Travis and her used to have all sorts of very intimate proceedings, if you will. And see, women who have this deep-seated insecurity are always trying to compare to the ex. They're always trying to outdo the other woman. And unfortunately, when you're trying to compete with another woman instead of just being yourself, you'll find yourself doing things that you didn't think you would have been capable of doing previously, okay? And basically, Taylor's trying to fill in the gap sexually with where she believes that she couldn't hold up to Kayla and what Kayla was doing. And unfortunately, she feels that the way to really keep a footing in her relationship with Travis is to over-sexualize herself. And it's extremely, extremely concerning. So Taylor goes on to say, girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way, okay? Now, what that means is this. You know, when they're at the wedding and they throw the bouquet, all right, that's the girl that is apparently the next to get married. But metaphorically speaking, she's comparing the man's genitals to a hard rock, all right? And then she says, and baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. The curse on me was broken by her magic wand. Once again, referring, using magic wand as a metaphor for the male sexual organ, all right? Then she goes on to say, seems to me that you and me, we make our own luck. New heights of manhood. I ain't got a knock on wood, okay? Selling her soul to the devil. Taylor's not stupid. She knows what she was doing, okay? In fact, there's a little bit of foreshadowing in her track list. One of the songs, in fact, is named Canceled because she knew this was going to get her canceled. And she tries to hide this whole over-sexualization behind a veil of romanticism. One of the songs is named Actually Romantic. And she's letting us know she's going through this really bizarre mental state. All right. She names one of the songs The Fate of Ophelia. People who are really familiar with Ophelia are typically teenagers because that's a book by Hamlet, all right, that they give in English classes. And if you don't remember, Ophelia basically was the girl who was in love with this man. And unfortunately, it was a very detrimental relationship. And her father was advising her to have self-control, to be obedient, to be a woman, basically, and not corrupt herself. Yet Ophelia basically went down this self-deprecating, self-corrupting path. And when her father passed away, she went completely overboard. So basically, there's this tug and pull she's describing basically with a father figure. So I don't know if this is a reflection of some type of tumultuous relationship she's currently going through with her father. I can imagine that Taylor's father is not too happy with the way that she's behaving, and perhaps this is some type of rebellion against her father. But those who have read Ophelia know that she died by drowning. Taylor has her little picture here that I've animated with AI. She's basically lying in a bathtub, and we don't know if this is symbolism for suicide. This is, clearly at least the symbolism for Ophelia and how she died by drowning. Okay, so I mean, Taylor is making it clear as day that she is going through something terrible here mentally, and at the risk of her fans. If you have a teenager, you have a teenage daughter, I would highly advise you to not allow your children to listen to Taylor Swift anymore. She has completely been overtaken by evil spirits and witchcraft. And she's not hiding it. She's not scared to hide it from anyone. And here's what concerned parents are saying on social media. Here, Alex says, we don't mention this enough. Taylor Swift, for all the hate she gets about being liberal, is also a vile, disgusting woman. A billionaire artist in her mid-30s who used to sing silly love songs for young girls, releasing a song about Travis Kelce's penis. Detestable woman. Another concerned individual says, this is satanic. Taylor Swift sold her soul to the dark master. First, she pulls all the young innocents in to love her, then she corrupts them. Do not play her music. It's disgusting filth that worships debauchery. Turn to God. I pray Taylor repents for the sake of her own soul. Amen. I couldn't agree with that statement more. Another person, Teddy, says, disgusting how money obsessed Taylor Swift is, and the album is so bad and low effort too. Another concerned individual says, I want to make it very clear that Taylor Swift is not a person. That creature, that disgusting literal POS of a plastic corporation at best, is something that lost that right a long time ago. Jody says, disgusting. What's so sad for the puppets of Satan like Taylor Swift is that they do not see how chained they are by the devil. There is nothing godly here. Dark, eerie, satanic. Taylor Swift. This is why America booed you. You're woke and deceived. The godly among us should pray for her. A fan who is now a former fan of Taylor Swift says, I did like Taylor for her lyrics, but now she messed up and I'm disappointed. Like my is bigger. What a weird thing to say. The lyrics were so disgusting. I liked her because of her beautiful lyrics and the song enchanted and hope she would continue, but what the is this? So parents and young ladies, there's really no argument here. Whether you're Christian or not, Taylor Swift is, she's crossed the line. She's gone overboard. She's out of control. All right. She needs help now. Do not listen to her music. All right. Do not continue to support these satanic rituals that women like Taylor Swift is engaging and encouraging women to do, and young ladies. She's basically taking advantage of misguided women who are having relationship issues, and she's opening the gate to the doors of Satan to say, hey, let's abuse your mental illness to the point that you might even want to jump in a tub and drown and harm yourself. I mean, this is just disgusting behavior. Who does this? All right. The sheer lack of respect and concern for these women's lives and their mental instability is baffling. All right. If you're struggling in a relationship, if you have issues with men, if you have self-image issues, you should do things that are going to positively affect the outcome, and things that are not going to harm yourself, like jumping in tubs and possibly killing yourselves, or doing drugs, or using sex as a way to deal with your issues. All right. Addictions, things of that nature. I mean, this is terribly disturbing. If you have an issue, leave a comment below. I'll help you. I'll talk to you. I'll be here, but don't turn to people like Taylor Swift, who want to turn your personal issues into some type of twisted satanic orchestration. Yeah, shame on you, Taylor Swift. You are the donkey of the day. This is just sad. This is disgusting. And, if this is how the start of Taylor Swift's marriage is commencing, I can only imagine the turmoil and pain she's going to put herself and Travis through during the course of this marriage, and her parents, all right, because obviously there's something going on with her dad. I don't know what it is, but The Life of a Showgirl, absolutely horrible, demonic, terrible album. Do not buy it. Taylor Swift is out of control.